lapangan. Are you ready? Kicau, kicau, kicau mania. Kicau, kicau, kicau mania. Kicau, kicau.
Hello, my name is Sofia Malia with student ID number 15. Now I'm going to read the analysis of my pronunciation from Fiona Patra Metallica, student ID number 21. Let's start with the first word. And my first word is announce. This is my pronunciation. Announce. In my pronunciation, I say announce, announce, announce. But it should be announce, announce, announce. I pronounce a in the first sound as announce, but the correct pronounce is announce. So it's not announce but announce. This mistake happened because of my mother tongue influence. I pronounce the word based on their spelling. While in Indonesian, we say announce. Like
Announce.
in British accent, it is announce.
Announce.
In American accent, it is announce.
Announce.
There are no difference between British accent and American accent. They sound almost the same. Next word is education. This is my pronunciation, education. In my pronunciation, I say education, education, education. But it should be education, education, education. I pronounce two part as ju with J, ju, with J in Indonesian, with ju, education. And the correct pronounce is education. So two part is pronounced ju. I'm sorry, ju, education, not ju but ju. Education, education. This mistake happens because I think the D sound is disappeared. But it is just blends and become ju sound. Ju. Education. Usually in Indonesian we say education with D in Indonesian. Education. Like
Education.
in British accent, it is education.
Education.
In American accent, it is education.
Education.
The difference is, in the British accent, is slightly clear, while in American accent is smoother. And the last word is neighborhood. Neighborhood. And my pronunciation is neighborhoods. In my pronunciation, I say neighborhood, neighborhood, neighborhood with O. It should be neighbor, neighborhood, neighborhood, neighborhood with A. In this word, I have two mistakes. The first mistake is I pronounce per as a neighbor, but it should be neighbor, burr. The second mistake is hut, neighborhood, but I pronounce hut with O, neighborhood. This mistake happens because I am unfamiliar with this word and I confuse with pronounce hut, like hut or hut. In Indonesian accent, this word sounds like neighborhood, like
neighborhood,
in American accent, it is neighborhood.
Neighborhood.
In British accent, it is neighborhood.
Neighborhood.
The difference between British accent and American accent, British accent is makes the R sound weak, and the American accent is clear pronouncing the R sound. That's all from me, and thank you. Hello, my name is Safina Nila Mawida with student ID number 42, and this video I would like to analyze my pronunciation mistake based on my audio recording that has been corrected by my friend Sophie Ayu Amalia with student ID number 15. Okay, let's start with the first word, and the first word is education, and this is how I pronounce it. Education. In my pronunciation, I said education, education, education. I pronounce do as do, like education, but the correct pronounce is education, education, education. So it's not education, but education. The mistake is in the do sound. I said do, but it should be ju, ju, ju. This mistake happened because of my mother tongue. I pronounce the word based on the spelling. And in Indonesian, we usually say it like education, like this.
Education.
And in American accent, it sounds like education, like this.
Education.
And in British accent, it sounds like education, like this.
Education.
There's no significant difference between American accents and British accent. Any small difference comes from the intonation or accent, not from the word itself. Okay, the next word is comfortable, and this is how I pronounce it.
Comfortable.
In my pronunciation, I said comfortable, comfortable, comfortable. The mistake is in the comfort part. I said comfort, comfortable, comfortable, comfortable. But it should be comfortable, comfortable, comfortable. So it's not comfortable, 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 but it should be comfortable, comfortable, comfortable. And yeah, this mistake happens because of my mother tongue influence. I pronounce the word based on the spelling, and I try to read the letters clearly. In Indonesian, we usually say it like comfortable, like this.
Comfortable.
In British accents, it sounds like comfortable, like this.
Comfortable.
And in American accent, it sounds like comfortable, like this.
Comfortable.
Honestly, I'm still confused because they sound very similar and it is difficult for me to hear the difference. So I'm still learning and try to improve my pronunciation. Comfortable, comfortable. Okay, the next word is focus. And this is how I pronounce it.
Focus.
In my pronunciation, I said focus, focus, focus. But it should be focus, focus, focus. So it's not focus, not cues, not focus, just focus, focus. And yep, this happened because of my mother tongue. In Indonesia, we have word focus, so I automatically read it like focus. And Indonesian people usually say focus become focus, like this.
Focus.
But in British accent, it sounds like focused, focused, like this.
Focused.
And in American accent, it sounds like focus, focus, like this.
Focused.
In British accent, the intonation is more melodic, while in American English, just more flat and direct. And I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Angbudwi Sindabella with ID number is 46. Now I'm going to read and explain analysis from my friend. She is Safina Naila Maulida with ID number 42. Okay, for the first word is several. I pronounce it as several, which is incorrect. Let's listen to my pronunciation.
Several.
From the audio, we can hear that my pronunciation was not accurate, right? The mistake is in the number of syllables and the vowel sounds. I pronounce it in 3 clear syllables, like several, but it should be reduced 2 syllables, like several, several, several. This happens because of my mother tongue influence. In Indonesia, I tend to mother tongue syllable clearly and evenly. So I want to show you entry accent in Indonesian and in American and British pronunciation. So in Indonesian pronunciation, it sounds like
Several.
in American pronunciation like
Several.
last. In British pronunciation, it also
Several.
but sometimes slightly softer. Next word. The second word is presentation. I pronounce it as presentation, which is incorrect. So, let's listen to my pronunciation again.
Presentation.
Okay, from the audio we can identify the mistake. The mistake is in z or s part. I pronounce s clearly as z, but it should be z, 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 like presentation, presentation, presentation. This happened because of my mother tongue's influence. I tend to pronounce each syllable differently, like in Indonesia. So, in Indonesia, it sounds like
Presentation.
okay. In American pronunciation, it is like
Presentation.
in the British pronunciation, it also like
Presentation.
okay. The next word. The third word is third. I pronounce it as third, third, which is incorrect. Now let's listen to my pronunciation again.
Third.
Okay, from the audio we can clearly hear the mistake. The mistake is in the the sound and the spelling. I pronounce the as the, but it should be the. I also try to pronounce as spelling, even though it is pronounced like through. This happens because of my mother tongue influence. So in Indonesia, there is not the sound. So I replace with the. I also tend to follow spelling instead of pronunciation. So in Indonesia, pronunciation it sounds like
Stroke.
in both American and British pronunciation, it is
Through.
so. That's analysis from my friends. Thank you.
My name is Najwa Izzat Taufani. My student ID number is 23. Now I'm going to read my analysis of my pronunciation from Anggundi Cynthia Bella, student ID number 46. The first word is through. This is my pronunciation.
True.
In my pronunciation, I said through, but it should be through. The mistake is in the th sound. I skipped the th sound and simplified the word. This happened because the th sound doesn't exist in Indonesian. Well, in Indonesian we say through, we say through like
True.
in British accent is through, and in American accent is through. There's no significant difference between British and American pronunciation of the word through. The second word is three. Listen my pronunciation.
Tree.
I say three, which is incorrect, but it should be three. The mistake is in the th sound. I replace it with t, like three, not three. This happened because the th sound doesn't exist in Indonesian. Well, in Indonesian we say three like
Tree.
in British accent is three. And in American accent it's also three. Next, we're going to the third word. The third word is focus. Listen to my pronunciation.
Focus.
In my pronunciation, I said focus, which is incorrect, but it should be focus. The mistake is in the middle sound and the ending. I add extra sound. This happened because I tried pronounce every letter clearly. Well, in Indonesian we say it like
Focus.
in British accent is focus,
Focus.
and in American accent is focus. We're going to the last word. The last word is issues, issues. Listen to my pronunciation.
issues,
In my pronunciation, I said issues, 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 which is incorrect, but it should be issues, issues, issues. The mistake is in the middle sound. I simplified the word. This happened because the y, sh sound is not common in Indonesian patterns. Well, in Indonesian, we say it like
issues,
in British accent is issues.
Issue.
In American accent is also issues.
Issues.
Maybe that's all for me and thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Fiona Patra Metallica with study ID number 21, and in this video I'm going to present the analysis of my pronunciation based on feedback from my friend Nazwa Iza Taufani with student number 23. Let's start with first word. The first word is neighborhood. And this is my pronunciation.
neighborhood,
In my pronunciations, I said neighborhoods. Listen, neighborhoods. One more, neighborhoods, which is incorrect pronunciation. And the mistake is in several of the words. I pronounced the gh even though is it silent, and also I pronounced bore as a bore, but it should be burr. Listen everyone, burr, burr. And I pronounced hood as a hood, hood, but it should be hoods, hoods. This happens because of my mother tongue influence, and in Indonesian I tend to pronounce each letter clearly even if it is silent in English. In Indonesian style it sounds like
neighborhood,
an American pronunciation like
neighborhood,
and the last British pronunciation is like.
Neighborhood.
The difference is that American accent uses a stronger R sound, so it sounds more like burr. Listen, burr, burr, while British accent is softer and sometimes the R is not clearly pronounced. And let's do and the second word. Second word is brother, brother, and this is my pronunciations.
my brother,
I said brother is brother. Listen, brother. One more time, brother. The mistake isn't in the th sound. I pronounce it as D, but it should be the. Listen, the. This happens because of the sound does not exist in Indonesian, so I replace it with a more familiar sound like D. It's like brother, brother. And in Indonesian style sounds like brother like this.
brother,
In American pronunciation should be like this.
brother,
And a British pronunciation is it like this.
Brother.
The difference is that American accents clearly pronounced the R at the end, while British accent sounds softer and the R is almost silent. And the last word that I have wrong pronunciation is document. Document, and this is my pronunciation.
Document.
In my pronunciation, I said document like document, which is incorrect. The mistake is in the vowel sounds and the stress. I pronounce it document, but its correct pronunciation is document. Listen, document. In Indonesian pronunciation should be like this.
Document.
In American pronunciation should be like this.
Document.
And the last British like this.
Document.
This happens because Indonesian speakers usually follow the spelling and give equal stress to each syllable. However, in English, stress is very important. Thank you.